Your daily Bitcoin and Litecoin update is Something Big Brewing. What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Monday. We're going to take a look at charts. Starting out with Litecoin, moving on to Bitcoin. Then we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart, which we've been following since January, and show you why I believe we're still headed to 46,000 by the end of the year. So definitely stick around to the end to check that out. Also, I want to remind you guys there's a free Discord group. Great community. If you guys want to belong to a good crypto community, definitely check out the Discord group. There's a link to it in the description below the video. There's also some links in there, some affiliate links that help the channel out, guys, and help me keep giving you this content free. So definitely check those out if you can use them. Awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. Let's dig into the charts. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market, so don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here and you like these daily updates, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Then tick the notification bell. That'll get you notified whenever I post new videos or go live. And smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. So looking at Litecoin on the weekly, as you can see here, we are making higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence, guys. Somebody left in the comments yesterday that I was doing this backwards. You know, they're probably thinking of bullish divergence. Guys, it's insane how many people think they know what they're doing and have no idea. But anyways, yeah, we have hidden bullish divergence here, guys. Let's look at the daily chart now. In the daily, we'll look at the price action first. We'll take a look at the worst case scenario and then the target if this is a cup and handle that I believe is forming. So looking at this as a cup right here and the handle forming here, if we get a break of this line right here, that'll confirm the cup and handle. And the measured move of the cup and handle is, and the neckline of that, guys, is the 146 area. The measured move of that's around 271. And again, guys, that doesn't mean we shoot straight up to it. We're obviously going to have resistance, and it's going to take a while to get there. But that is my target if we confirm the cup and handle right here at the 146 break. So keep that in mind. Absolute worst case scenario, guys, I see for Litecoin is $62. And we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at both the bullish and the bearish case scenario in the 4 hour. First, I want to go into the daily RSI. If you guys have been following the channel, you know since April, we were following this rising channel and we broke down out of it here and formed a falling channel. The latest thing we've been watching in here is right here. You can see a falling broadening wedge, which we popped out of here, came back down, retest the top of it, and now looks like we're getting more momentum up to move up. I do believe we're going to move up from here. And if we did a measured move on the RSI, again, guys, this isn't the price action, this is the RSI. But if we took a measured move to from where we broke out, that gets us up in this range. So we could come test the bottom of this up here. The bottom of that would be something like this, you know, from where we're at now, and come up, and that would line up with that. That would be testing the bottom of this rising channel in the yellow here. Let's go to the 4 hour RSI and see what that's telling us. So in the 4 hour RSI, if you guys haven't been following along, I suggest you go back into the old videos. You can see how all this played out and what all of this is. If you just, like I said, just go back to the prior videos. It does look like we're probably going to get a push up from here, retest the top of this falling channel. Again, guys, we have to watch and see, but I am going to show you in the price action the bearish and the bullish scenario. We're going to start with the bullish scenario. All right, so on the bullish, or the bearish scenario, I'm sorry, On the bearish scenario is that we break this blue trend line here, which we've been following all the way from back here. And if that breaks, it's going to be around the $82 range. If that breaks, guys, I do believe it's most likely we're going to head down to the $62 range. Again, I don't think the bearish case is going to play out, but we do have to watch that, and we do have to keep it in mind. So definitely keep it in mind. Now, the bullish case scenario, this is what I'm looking at here, guys. If you notice this top trend line I have here, and using this long-term blue trend line that we've had here, you can see that looks like an ascending triangle, and we may be forming something like this. But the measured move of breaking out of this triangle is just a measurement of the widest point of the triangle to the breakout, and that gets us around the 137 range. Now, the other measured move is looking at this. We have this resistance line here, this support line here, falling broadening wedge, and if we were to break out somewhere in this area, we would take the widest point from where it broke out and put it to the top, and our measured move would be around the 171 range. So that's where I'm at with Litecoin, guys. I do believe as long as this doesn't break the 82 level, I see us definitely going up to the 137 and the 171 range. And again, guys, it's most likely not going to be one big candle shooting straight up. But I do like to do longer term analysis because I don't day trade. Those of you that follow me know I do longer term swing trades, and I take my profits and I just accumulate more coins. So that is my strategy. Doesn't have to be yours. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. I'm going to do the same with Bitcoin. We're going to start out on a weekly and see where we're at with that. We have the same thing in Bitcoin, guys, the hidden bullish divergence, which is, get rid of that trend line that we drew in there. Hidden bullish divergence, which is higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI, playing out beautifully. Another thing I want to point out is a couple things on the weekly. Looking at this as a big bull flag right here, this whole thing being the flagpole. And we'll take a look at more immediate price action and targets, but this is the long term, guys, weekly. And also, this isn't my end of the year target. This is just the target for this bull flag. If we were to move it up here and we break out by the end of this week sometime, that would make a target of 21,600 range. Definitely possible. And I'm not saying we go to 26,000. Like I said, 21,000 by this week. I'm just saying break the flagpole or break out of the flag this week. So let's take a look at the RSI now. And I want to point something else out that we've been watching. And it's these two areas right here. This is in the 2015. And this is now. And you can see after that we started the bull market, and I do believe we're in that area right now, and we probably have a good 2 years in this bull cycle. And again, guys, it's my opinion. Do your own research. Don't trade off my opinion, but I am showing you what I see and what my opinion is, so take it for what you will. All right, let's go into the daily. Take a look at what's going on there. We'll start with the RSI. I want to point this out. This has been playing out pretty damn good, guys. Looking at this as inverse head and shoulders here. And keep an eye on the trend lines also, the white ones. Inverse head and shoulders here. Another inverse head and shoulders looks like it's forming here. Looks like we're on the right shoulder now, and we could be coming up. Now, as you can see, this looks like a falling broadening wedge. Let me move over a little bit. Each one of these areas helped us call the tops of each one of the prior moves. I'll show you in the price action. Right here, got the top right here. This one here, we got a top here. We did go higher. We had a second run up, which was bearish divergence, and we came down, but it's still lined up with this trend line here. And then we had this peak here, which we were calling 36, and it got to 38, so pretty damn close. But anyways, I do believe it's going to continue up, and we should be, if not heading up now, we'll take a look at it here in a second, but I do believe we're headed back up to this area. And also, if you guys look, just like I showed you in the weekly, lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action, hidden bullish divergence. We can get rid of this line now. That out of there. But anyways, yeah, that's what we've been watching here. I'm watching this really closely, guys. I do believe, I do believe this is going to play out like that. And we'll be able to know when we top out, when we hit the top of this trend line up here. So let's go into the price action now on the daily. And you know this, if you've been watching the channel, you know this thick white trend line here. I'm calling the trend reversal line, where it verified that we were in a bull market. And that's off of all the touches down here. I think we had 4 or 5 touches of resistance. Then we broke through right here, which was in confluence with old resistance in the bear market. Broke through, came back down, tested it for support, went up, come back down, tested it for support again. And now we are in this formation here. Another thing I want to point out about where we're at now in the daily is that the volume is still on a decline, looking to break very quickly. I think this week sometime we should be breaking out of that, and I do believe it's going to be a break up. But keep in mind, we'll look at the bearish case scenario too. But yeah, the volume's still tightening up big time right here, guys. So all right, now we look at the measured moves here, being, if we measured the flagpole just as a falling channel, and a break of that gets us around the 16,100. And the longer it takes for us to break out of this, guys, it moves down as it goes. So just so you know, if you noticed, it's changed by about 50 to 100 bucks a video because we're getting further down it. But right now, it's, if we were to break out, within the next couple days, I'm looking at 16,100 range. The next measured move, guys, is measuring this as the flagpole, this being the flag, and that gets us up to about the 18,400 range. So that's where I'm at with that and the bullish case scenario. We'll take a look at the bearish case here in a minute. I do want to go to the 4-hour RSI and take a look at what's going on here. All right, so I had this falling wedge here that we dropped out of, and a lot of times we come back, retest the top of it. I do want to point out, though, that if we clone this bottom line, let me move this over, that if we clone this bottom line here and we put it right up here, you can see that we're getting resistance from the top, and this looks like a falling channel. So I do believe we're most likely going to pop up from here pretty soon. And let's look at the more immediate price action. Take a look at the bearish case and the bullish case scenario. Excuse me, guys. All right. So looking at the bearish case first, that would be a break of this 11,000, 11,050 range. And if you've been following along, we were watching this here as Adam and Eve, where we broke out over here, the neckline being around the 11,000, 11,050 range. We came back to test it. It looked kind of like a front run here, right here yesterday. So it's possible, still possible, we come down, test it one more time, go up. But if we do break that, then I would be looking for support around the, get a price label out, right around the 10,700 range, somewhere in there. We'll also take a look at this triangle that we broke out of here. Actually, I already had a measured move in there. And take a measured move off that going down. That would get us down to the 10,400 range. But again, guys, I don't see that. I believe this was just a fake out here, and to come down to retest this Adam and Eve neckline. So it's hard to say if this was just a front run and that was our test of the neckline, or we come back down and test the 11,000, 1150 range again. Keep an eye on that, but if that does break, then like I said, we're looking at 10.7, and after that, the 10.4 range, and the worst, not the worst case, but the retest of this trend change trend line would be around the $9,600 range. And again, guys, we just have to keep in mind to look at the bearish case scenario, even though I don't believe, in my opinion, it's not going to play out. But worst case scenario would be testing the long-term trend line. The top of this broadening wedge here, and that'd be around the $8,500 range. But I am more towards the bullish scenario, and we're going to take a look at that now. All right, this 13,000 is the measured move of this Adam and Eve here. Like I said, we could come back down and test it again. We don't have to. We could definitely turn up just from right where we're at now. So, but the measured move of that, guys, is measured from the neckline up $13,000 range. So I'm still calling the 13,000 for the measured move off the Adam and Eve here. The next measured move would be measuring this as a flag pull. This is the flag, and if we were to break out in this area, right around the, move that down a little bit, right around the 14.8 area, right in there. And again, guys, these targets aren't exact to the dollar. They're just to give you an idea. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And then, obviously, after that, up to our higher targets. So, let's see what happens here. And I'm going to go into the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart and show you why I believe we are on our way to 46K by the end of the year. All right, so here's my target, the yellow line. Keep an eye on that. We're going to look at, remember, we've been watching this since January, and I've heard people say that, I seen a video yesterday, someone sent it to me, it was on Tone and somebody else, one of his other trader friends or something, and they were saying nobody called this move. I beg to differ, because we've been watching this since January and comparing it to this chart, and I've been saying that I believe it's going to play out the exact same, and it has been doing a wonderful job of that. So I did call that this move, and especially if we go up here, which I still believe my target 46,000, but this is the gold weekly chart, guys. This is Bitcoin, which is digital gold, a lot faster, a lot quicker market, smaller market cap, easier to move. But we also have social media and other things, internet, that's making it a hell of a lot faster. So we had these trend lines drawn from these two peaks here and meet them up with this long-term trend line at the bottom, which we had two touches on this bottom trend line before breaking through this triangle formed by these lines here. And once we broke out, I have this blue line in here, which was old support in the bear market. When we broke above that, came back down, tested it, got support, continued on up to this next trend line that I have from these first two drops, actually three drops here and all the way across. And we've been playing around that line. And like I've been talking about, I don't think this line is going to break again, guys. And I'll zoom in a little bit and show you. But I also have this blue line here, and that's in the gold chart too. So I'll click back and forth so you can see. But the measured move, looking at this as a big cup and a handle here, from that blue line, gets us up to this line here, which is, like I said, is in the gold chart. And it makes sense, and that's right around the $24,000 range, right in there. And again, these aren't going to be exact, guys. This is, this is a ways off. So, but I do want you to see the resemblance, and I do believe a pattern is a pattern, and this pattern is playing out beautifully. And if you notice here, I do believe this volume is going to end up going up a lot. We will have a break of volume, in my opinion. As you can see, it's coming down. We've already looked at that in the daily, but look at what happened in the gold, right in that same area. It just, skyrocketed. But anyways, that's what I'm looking at there. Now we're going to take a look at gold here. The same thing. We touched the bottom trend line twice before breaking through this triangle formation, and we broke through the blue line, came back down, tested it for support, and that's drawn off of old resistance or old support from the bear market also in gold. Then off of the old support, I have the white line, which it played around right here, just like we've played around it here in Bitcoin. And once we broke out, if you check this trend line here is from this peak and this peak. And I have this in Bitcoin also. And it lines up right around the 13,400, 13,500. So once that breaks, guys, I do believe, you know, that's when our huge move's going to start. But I'm still waiting for a break of this bull flag. But you can see the resemblance of what happened. I mean, it definitely looks like it's playing out to me. Now I want to go into the RSI, which we have also been watching since January. This is the weekly RSI. And I showed you earlier the resemblance of this area here and this area here playing out beautifully. Now let's look at these two trend lines I have here. This is the 2013 bull market, 2017 bull market, followed by the bear market. We had two touches of resistance on the trend line before starting the bull market. The same thing over here in 2018 bear market. Once we had two tests and broke through, we are in a parabolic bull run, guys. I don't know how some people just can't admit that we're in a bull run. I guess the bears are just hard to switch over. Today's bears will be tomorrow's bulls. So looking at 2013 bull run, 2017 bull run, you see the two arcs I have drawn in here. 2013 bull run followed by the bear market. 4 arrows representing a new low in the RSI before starting the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. 4 arrows in the RSI representing new lows before starting the bull market. So I definitely think it could be possible this moves up a lot quicker and faster than the old arc, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. But that is my opinion. I do believe we are headed for 46,000 by the end of the year in Bitcoin. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want to be notified when I post new videos, as I do post every day, definitely hit the subscribe button, which is the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.